What's going on, guys? R.I.Pierre here using that max power turn on YouTube as usual, and today we're back with week 2 of the GPC Season 4. Sorry I'm late with this upload, but some stuff's going on, and it's whatever. So today we're playing against Bluezy, or well, we played against Bluezy before, but today is about the battle against Bluezy. The coach of the eDinburgh Nites, make sure you check him out below. He's a really cool guy, does some cool stuff, and very funny guy at the same time, so I would definitely urge you to take the extra second to go check him out. So his team consists of Victini, Mega Gyarados, Mamoswine, Klefki, Rosa.I.Pierre, Electros, Noivern, and Hitmonlee and Rhydon. So right off the bat, he has a ton of power on his team, as well as one of the most annoying mons in my opinion, which is Klefki. But I mean, against my team it shouldn't be too much of an issue. So looking at this team, it looks kind of, against my team at least, it looks kind of one-dimensional in a way, but I do know that items can change drastically, plus the fact that this is a league play, so anything can happen. I think that's all I really wanted to say as far as teams go, but he's definitely got a ton of power. He does have a spinner in Hitmonlee, but at the same time, Hitmonlee against my team isn't really the greatest thing in the world, so I wouldn't expect him to bring it, to be completely honest, and yeah, so I think that's all I really wanted to go through here. I want to make this a little bit faster than normal, so we're going to go straight into the team builder. So first up, we have Sophia, Mega Gardevoir, standard set, except I changed out what I normally put in this last slot, which would either be Substitute or Calm Mind or Destiny Bond. I switched it out and put Thunder Wave just because I thought that I could use it. Honestly, looking back at this team, it really was kind of a wasted slot, but maybe against Mega Gyarados, like, oh well, I could just take it out with Hyper Voice because I am faster for the most part. Unless he Dragon Dances. There's no way I'm going to switch it in on it, so I don't know, maybe it was for Victini on a switch or something. Yeah, I think that might have actually been the case, I just don't remember. But yeah, max speed, max special attack, nothing special there. Camper Cruel, because, you know, yeah, you get it. Black Sludge, Liquid Ooze, Rapid Spin, Scald, Knockoff, Ice Beam. Ice Beam was for that Noivern, just in case I ended up out against it. Tentacruel can take the attacks because of its special defense, and Ice Beam would be able to at least do decent damage. I'm not sure if I can OHKO it with no investment, or a little investment. But Rapid Spin just to get his Rocks and Spikes off the field. Spikes because of Klefki. I was not going to bring it, but then I realized it was kind of useful, so might as well. So I got Scald, Knockoff, and Ice Beam. Knockoff, of course, for getting rid of items. 76 into defense, 196 into speed. I wanted to be at 285 because just in case he bought his Mamoswine, I wanted to be able to outspeed it if it was max Jolly for whatever reason. And if it was lower, I could take it out with Scald rather easily, so that would have been really nice for me. 216 HP, just be as bulky as possible. 76 into defense and 20 into special attack, just a little extra added bulk. Next we have Donnie the Gastrodon. Leftovers, Storm Drain, Earth Power, Scald, Recover, and Ice Beam. Why did I have Storm Drain again? Did I? Oh, Gyarados, right. In hindsight, well, there really isn't anything else for me to use it, so I might as well have just used that. But yeah, so Earth Power, Scald, Recover, and Ice Beam. Ice Beam, of course, again for that Noivern, just in case. Scald for the burns, Earth Power to deal with Klefki, and because it's stabbed, helps me a good amount, and gives me something else to hit Gyarados with. Well, gives me something to hit Gyarados with to begin with. And I gave it max HP, 152 plus into defense because that Victini is threatening. I was going to put more in special defense, but I decided special defense is pretty decent already, or at least okay, so I gave it a positive nature for defense, and 100 to special defense just to aid it a little bit in dealing with the special onslaught at the same time. So next up we have probably the one mon in this party that I was like looking at for like 20 minutes just wondering what I should do with it. So we have Bronzong, Old School Alarm, with the Aqua Berry, which has damage taken from super effective fire type attacks, specifically to deal with specifically to deal with that Victini. So I've got Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Gyro Ball, and Explosion. So basically its job was just to get up rocks, and well, it was actually to do damage with Earthquake, or to take out a weakened Victini. But if push comes to shove, I could just get rocks up on it, and yeah, I think that's kind of where I was going with it. I was originally going to run Heat Proof at the same time, but then I realized that Levitate is actually very useful, especially because, oh whoops, sorry about that, especially because of the fact that he does have that Rhydon. It does allow him, if I was Heat Proof, which he would be able to see, or well, he would have known that I was not levitate. It would have been between heavy metal and heat proof. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't run heavy metal. I mean, yeah, it could be, you know, but yeah. So, you know, he would know I wasn't running levitate, and basically gives Right On freedom to do whatever it wants because it's not going to take tons of damage from Gyro Ball. Yeah, not tons. It would take a good amount, but being as high physical defense as it is, and not too fast, I would have been pretty dead. So I put a ton of defense just to make sure that, wow, I cannot speak, I apologize, but I put a good amount of defense so that I would be able to withstand V-Create, because if he was banded, he actually still had a chance to kill if I was just heat proof or just Akaberry with max defense if I didn't use a defensive nature. So I used a defensive nature and put a almost max into it with defense. I just put the rest into attack just so I could do a little extra damage to it. So yeah, old school alarm. Next up we have Scythe Head, because you know, like Hammerhead Shark, he's a Scythe Head Dragon. You get it. Oh, it looks like a dual disc. I should have said that. That's my new name. Alright, Haxorus. Choice Scarf, Mold Breaker, Earthquake, Outrage, Aqua Tail, Endeavor. I had perfect coverage through the first three, so Endeavor was just in case maybe I was sacking Haxorus or something, and I really didn't, against like Klefki or whatever, and there's really not much. Oh well, okay, there's Earthquake. Oh, it was I don't know, man. Endeavor was just if I was like really low HP and nothing would OHKO, and it basically does more damage than the move that wouldn't have killed. So Endeavor was a nice little thing for the last slot, especially since I really have any use for anything else. And then standard Edward, Scissor Hands, Choice Man, Technician, Bullet Punch, Turn Knockoff, and Superpower. So hope you guys like this. We'll be right back as usual. We will be in the replay, which I record separately because of different dimensions and whatnot. I will see you all later. And by later, I meant right now. So for those of you who just skipped ahead, make sure you check out Bluezy. His links will be in the description below. Make sure you check out the GPC channel as well if you would like to stay up to date with all of our cool things like power rankings and strong. I lost my train of thought. But moving on. We have the battle now. So, and I forgot to switch sides. Let me do that while I talk. But yeah, looking at his team, we actually, damn it, I didn't do it, did I? There we go. Alrighty then. So, looking at his team, he actually bought everything I thought he would bring, which is nice. Mamoswine was the extra EVs on Tentacruel was just a little precautionary measure for the Mamoswine, but I didn't think he would bring it. It just wouldn't be. It would be useful. Looking at my team would be fairly useful, but it was just, I don't know. It didn't seem to fit for the battle. I don't know, something there. But yeah, so let's go straight into this. Rocking out with my squad against his. So let's go to normal speed. Alright, so I lead off with Bronzong here. I did not expect him to leave Victini, but he does go for V-Create, and he gets a crit, and the Akaberry goes off. So I didn't actually realize he got a crit on the first time, because I didn't die. So I was like, oh wow, Akaberry doing work. So I get the Earthquake off, and I'm like, okay, he's probably going to go into like Noivern or something, so let me just get up these rocks. And he actually goes into his Rhydon, trying to set up on me. So I go to Gastrodon. No, we are not setting up here. That is not what we do here. So Rhydon is out of here. So he's going to go ahead and go into Rosa.I.Pierre, which I should have predicted, but I kind of didn't want to reveal Ice Beam at the time because I wanted him to be kind of safe, to feel kind of safe with his Noivern out later on. So he pulls a double switch into his Gyarados here, takes the damage from the rocks, gets the Intimidate off on me, and I'm going to go ahead and go into my Tentacruel here. What did I expect? Oh yeah, I thought he was going to go for Giga Drain or something. So honestly, I didn't need to, so really, it's just my thing. So he goes ahead and goes for the Earthquake on me, and I realize my mistake here. It's not for Outrage. I'm like, okay, Haxorus isn't really going to do a ton later anyway. It could, but it probably won't. So he's going to go ahead and take me out here. I went to Scissor here. I went for the U-turn because I knew he could OHKO me with something. So I'm just going to U-turn out of him and just go straight back into my, what did I do? I went to Tentacruel here. Probably should have gone into Gardevoir. That would probably be my best move. But, oh well, send out Victini. Not really. So I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice my Bronzong here. He goes for Zen Headbutt, and it does not take out Bronzong because of the 4 times resistance. So he's going to go ahead and Zen Headbutt me again. Just in case I switched out into my Tentacruel, so that's the thing. I'm going to go ahead and go to Gastrodon here, which is going to force him out. as he goes ahead and goes for the U-turn. I thought later on he had HP Grass, but it turned out he didn't. I mean, he probably would have just used it there if he had the opportunity. I don't know, it probably wouldn't have killed, to be honest. Nevertheless, I'm going to scald his Rosa.I.Pierre again, and now it's going to have me come back out into Gardevoir. That's probably the dumbest decision I've ever made. I saw how much the energy ball did, and I was like, I don't know, but he's a leftovers variant. Maybe he doesn't have any speed on him, and I can just tail him out. But no, he's got speed and Shadow Ball and damage. Look at that. And down goes Gardevoir, who actually has a good amount of special defense, so that Rosa.I.Pierre is pretty strong. So he's going to go ahead and go into Klefki here. I'm going to go ahead and Bullet Punch him. So I feel like Scizor is going to be very useful down the line. I thought I lost already, but I was like, you know what, I can still do this. So I'm going to go ahead and go into Gastrodon here, as he's probably going to go for T-Wave. Lo and behold, he does, and now I get to take out his Klefki as he goes for Spikes, more than likely, and he decides to go for the Spikes, as I thought. Calculated. So now Klefki is gone and out of the picture, and I have a little bit of an easier time doing things. So he's going to go ahead and go into his Rosa.I.Pierre here. I want to go into my Tentacruel, just because if he, whatchamacallit, well, he goes for Shadow Ball here, does not get the special defense drop. I went to Tentacruel because if he goes for Giga Drain, losing HP on his Cha-Cha. So he goes for Energy Ball. It did a lot of damage to me. I'm going to go for the Rapid Spin here. And Tentacruel's job is basically done for the team, so, and everything else is going to take good damage. I expected him to be like Technician with Hidden Power Fire, which would be really bad for me for switching into my Scizor. So I actually decided to pull the switch into Scizor here, just expecting him not to go for the Hidden Power Fire if he has it. So he does go for the Energy Ball. I'm going to go for a Bullet Punch, which is going to take out his Rosa.I.Pierre. Best move possible is to let it go. And now he's going to go into Rhydon here. So I'm going to go back into Gastro, because I just need to make sure Rhydon doesn't do anything. Oh, wait, whoops, went to Tentacruel. I lied. Okay, so I let Tentacruel go down, because if he doesn't, yeah, he would kill it anyway. It's just the thing. So it's there. So I'm down to my last two. He's going to go ahead and go into DJ Sammy, the Noivern here. So he's gonna go for Draco, bring me down to 36%, and I'm going to go ahead and hit him up with this Ice Beam and finish him off. I don't know if he expected it or not, but it was really nice on my part, on my Gastrodon's part. Donnie doing the work here. So he goes into Victini here. This is where things get interesting. So he's going for V-Create, expecting me to pull a switch into my Scizor, maybe. And I'm gonna go ahead and go for Recover here. Just because it puts me on a nice HP, so I'm like, okay, I just have to hit 2 Scalds and I win the game. So he goes for Zen Headbutt, and I flinch, and he's gonna go for another Zen Headbutt as I go for Recover. Go for Zen no, I flinched again. So he goes for Zen Headbutt again, and I flinch again. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch off into my Scizor, as I'm in range of V-Create, so there's no point in me staying in with it, and my only chance of winning is with Gastrodon. So I'm thinking here, my thinking in general with that was just because if I switch out Gastrodon and switch it back in, now that his speed is at half, he might think that I'm running enough investment on Gastro to outspeed a leftovers Victini. So perhaps he would switch out into his Rhydon, allowing me to recover and then Scald and take out those last 2 Mons, which I should have taken out already if I hadn't flinched. But I'm going to go ahead and go for a Recover here. How much damage? He's going to go for Earthquake, but I want to see how much it did to see if I would have been able to take it out with 2 Scalds earlier. 41. Okay, yeah, I would have died. Okay, so I'm going to take out his Rhydon here with the Scald. So now all I have to do is not get flinched by his next Zen Headbutt, and I win the game because he decided to switch out there instead of going for me. And lo and behold, he gets that last flinch. He flinched 3 out of 3 for Zen Headbutts against my Gastrodon, all of which that mattered. So there we go. That's my week 2 match. But I mean, I guess it corrects it, because last week against Mark I did get kind of lucky with how he took out his Manaphy, and that cost him the game. But it just, I don't know, I guess it was my luck correcting itself. Because he was like, oh, look, Pierre won something. Let's make him lose the next one. Nah, but Bluezy earned this one. He did choke, actually, by that switch, but it corrected itself, and by me flinching there, and I got taken out by his Victini. It's unfortunate, but we do have to just shrug it off and move on. as we have in the past. So hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you check out Bluezy, as I've said before, and the GPC channel. Both will be in the links both will be linked in the description below. And I do hope you have wonderful days. I will catch you guys with the next match. Later.